Welcome to Kitchen Treasures. Today we will make methi parathas.
So today I have a fresh bunch of methi. It's also called fenugreek in English, and I'm planning to make some nice delicious methi parathas. And for this we will start with cleaning the methi. For this what we will try to do is avoid the leaves that are closer to the roots, and we will also avoid the stalks. We will only take the leaves for the parathas. So we start with plucking the leaves like this easily and putting it in a basket. We will avoid taking the stalks because what happens is in the dough it will be too much of sticks and it will be difficult to make the dough into a smooth dough. So we will avoid the stalks. Just take the few leaves that are on the top. So I just checked, these leaves look fine, but sometimes you might come across leaves which look something like this. They have, if you observe, white lines on top of it. And if you want to try, you can break open these leaves and you might come across a few worms inside. This gives us an indication that we should avoid taking these leaves. So I throw them away, and since the rest are fine, I take them. So now we will wash the methi leaf. We will wash it under the running tap 2 to 3 times. Now you may ask, it is so difficult like to pick up the leaves and again to strain water. It would be very difficult to, and you might lose a lot of leaves in that process. So what you do is, once you washed it, you just take a strainer and you pour it in so that you do not lose the leaves that you have plucked. Water is strained. Again you may want to put it back and wash it again. But it's important to wash the leaves thoroughly at least 2 to 3 times because there's a lot of mud that is there in leafy vegetables. Now the water appears to be quite clean, so after washing it twice or thrice, you leave the leaves in the strainer to strain the water. Otherwise there will be too much water content. Next I need a paste of chilies, ginger and garlic for the methi parathas. So for that I have taken 2 chilies that are spicy, an inch of ginger and 8 to 10 cloves of garlic. Now let's put them in the chutney jar and grind it to a fine paste. You may also add 2 spoons of water to grind it into a fine paste. Now the paste is ready. As you can see, it's finely ground. So now to make the dough, we have taken the methi which was washed and I've finely chopped it. Then I've taken 2 glasses of water. I've taken a quarter teaspoon of ajwain, a teaspoon of salt, the ginger, garlic and chili paste that we just made, a red chili powder 1 teaspoon and a quarter teaspoon of haldi powder. So now to make the dough, we will add all the dry ingredients first. For ajwain, it gives a good flavor if you crush it and put. Then we put the salt, spread it and put it, the haldi powder and the chili powder. Now gently mix it so that it spreads all over. So this is 3 cups of flour, wheat flour. And now after adding the dry spices, the powders, I'm going to take some kasuri methi and crush it and add all over it in the flour to give a great flavor. Now I'm going to add the chili paste and the methi leaves. First, gently mix it without adding any water, because methi leaves itself has a lot of water, so it's going to make your flour dry, wet. Now gently keep adding water slowly. Now to bring in the mixture together, we'll add some oil, about 2 teaspoons. Drizzle the oil, some refined oil, and then again knead it again. As you can see, my dough has now come together. It looks smooth, but however we want to make it even more soft. When you touch the dough, when you put your finger inside, it should easily go inside. So what we'll do is, we'll knead it a little bit more. Here's my tip for you to make it even more softer at the end. Spread it and then drizzle some oil. Now that you've drizzled some oil, now you knead it again, once again, for last 5 minutes. Doing this, your dough already has become so soft that you may not even need to use oil when you're roasting the parathas. Now fold it in so that the oil spreads evenly and you get a uniform dough. So now I've divided the dough into small portions like these, and then I rolled them into small balls and flatten them slightly to make our parathas. As you can see, from 3 cups of flour and from the ingredients, I've managed to make 26 doughs. So from that we'll make 26 parathas. And in the meanwhile, I've also kept the pan to make it hot. It should be medium hot, and I've put some oil over it, just a teaspoon of oil to grease it. So now we take one ball of dough, smear it with some dry flour, leave the excess and start rolling it. Again, we'll smear it with some flour so that we can roll it easily. We don't want the parathas to be very thick or very thin. We want it to be medium. You can see how I've rolled it, and now we take it gently, reduce the flame and put it on the pan. Now as you can see, it has changed its color. It's roasted. You can see some brown spots. At this point, if you want, you can smear some ghee. Not too much. And it's ready to serve. Now you can see the soft parathas are ready to eat. I like to serve it with tomato chutney. If you like the recipe, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know the recipe of this tomato chutney, please let me know in the comment box. Thanks for watching.